I was 16 when my entire world ended. One minute we were driving home from my sister's soccer game, joking about something stupid on the radio. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed, staring at a doctor who looked like he hated his job in that moment. He told me I was the only one who survived. My parents, my sister, gone. After that, I shut down. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I just stopped feeling. With no close relatives, I was put into foster care. The family I landed with didn't want me. They made that clear fast. If I talked back or caused problems, they sent me to sleep in the shed out back. Some nights I went to bed hungry. Most nights I went to bed angry. By the time I was 17, I was sneaking out and paying strangers to buy me the cheapest alcohol they could find. Drinking made the noise in my head stop. That was all I cared about. At 18, I aged out of the system and ended up homeless. My life turned into a loop. Wake up, go to work, buy booze, pass out, repeat. I didn't have a plan, and honestly, I didn't care if I woke up the next morning. Then one night, everything changed. I was sitting outside a gas station, drinking straight from a bottle when a patrol car pulled up. I kept my head down, waiting to be told to move or get arrested. Instead, the cop leaned against his car and asked, "You even old enough for that?" I shrugged, basically. He studied me for a second, then nodded towards the bottle. "Hang tight." I figured I was going to jail. I almost welcomed it. But instead, he came back with a hot coffee and a bag of food. He handed them to me and said, "Eat." I froze. It had been a long time since anyone talked to me like I mattered. I didn't say much at first, but somehow he got me talking. I told him I had no family, no home, nothing. He listened without interrupting, then told me to wait until his shift ended. That night, he brought me to his place. "Couch is yours," he said, tossing me a blanket. "We'll figure the rest out tomorrow." I don't know why, but I told him everything. My family, the foster home, the drinking. He didn't look shocked. He didn't judge me. Then he told me he'd lost his wife in a car accident years earlier. "I get it," he said. He didn't try to fix me, he just helped. He took me to get a new ID, helped me find a better job, kept his fridge full and told me to eat whatever I wanted. When I disappeared for days on a binge, he didn't yell. He just asked, "You done?" One night, he found me passed out in my car. He didn't say a word, just helped me inside, sat me at the kitchen table, and put a plate of food in front of me. "You keep doing this," he said quietly, "you're gonna end up like the guys I scrape off the sidewalk at 3 in the morning." I laughed. Maybe that's the plan. He shook his head. "Nah, not you." I didn't believe him, but the way he said it stayed with me. One day, he came home and said he could get me into a program, law enforcement related, if I could get sober first. I wanted to say yes. I wanted to believe I could do it, but I was scared, so I said no. Then one night, he didn't come home. The next morning, I saw the headline, "Officer shot in the line of duty." My stomach dropped. I ran to the hospital and pushed past the nurses until I found him. He was unconscious, hooked up to machines. They said he'd live, but he'd need help. I told them I'd take care of him. For weeks, I cooked, cleaned, handled his meds, and drove him to appointments. Somewhere along the way, I realized I hadn't been drinking. It just didn't matter anymore. One night, he looked at me and said, "Hey, when did you quit?" I asked, "Quit what?" He smirked. "I haven't seen you drunk in weeks." I honestly hadn't noticed. He clapped a hand on my shoulder. That's what a real man does. After he healed, I asked him about the program again. This time, I meant it. He helped me get in. We became family. I became a cop too. That was 7 years ago. I haven't had a drink since, and I've never needed one again.